And now, Solid Gold Sock Hop. Here he is, Ben Sandifer.
And welcome to those of you listening in Sylvan, North Carolina, WRGC 540. Also on internet radio at TineFM.com, originating in the UK, and on the podcast in cities like Old Lyme, Connecticut, Milton, Wisconsin, and Dublin, both the one in Georgia and the one in Ireland.
It's all about the music.
And speaking of Dublin, we have a top 4 countdown of green songs for St. Patrick's Week. That's coming up a little bit later on in the show. Right now, here is Tony Orlando with Dawn, of course.
He don't love you like I love you. If he did, he wouldn't break your heart. He don't love you like I love you. He's trying to tear us apart.
Fairly well, I know you're leaving
I know you're leaving
for the new love that you found. The handsome guy that you've been dating. Oh, I got a feeling he's gonna put you down. 'Cause
He don't love you like I love you. If he did, he wouldn't break your heart. He don't love you like I love you. He's trying to tear us apart.
he uses all the great quotations. He says the things I wish I could say. Oh, but he's had so many rehearsals. Girl, to him it's just another play. But wait, when the final act is over and you're left standing all alone, when he takes his bow and makes his exit, girl, I'll be there to take you home.
He don't love you
And he never will.
like I love you. 'Cause if he did, he wouldn't break your heart. Oh, he don't love you, girl, like I love you. He's trying to tear us apart.
Tony Orlando and Dawn, 1975, He Don't Love You. Tony got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame this week in 1990. Donna Summer got one 2 years later, and The Miracles in 2009. This is Solid Gold Sock Hop, and here are the Mamas and Papas.
While I'm far away from you, my baby, I know it's hard for you, my baby, because it's hard for me, my baby, and the darkest hour is just before dawn.
Each night before you go to bed, my baby, whisper a little prayer for me, my baby, and tell all
you to do, especially for me.
That it's something that everybody needs. Each night before you go to bed, my baby, whisper a little prayer for me, my baby, and tell all the stars above.
This is dedicated to the one I love. 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 This is dedicated.
Mamas and Papas and dedicated to the one I love. A group of California studio musicians called the Wrecking Crew played on that song, and a documentary film about that group came out last weekend in select theaters, on demand, and on iTunes. Well, here's your answer to last week's Solid Gold Sock Hop Trivia Challenge. 1971, the Allman Brothers Band played 2 nights and recorded their concert for a live album. That was at the Fillmore East in New York City. If you're among the many who knew that, you're now entered in our random drawing the end of the month for a Macon, Georgia Music Heritage Experience. This is 2 passes to the Allman Brothers Band Museum at the Big House and free admission for 2 for any of Rock Candy Tours Music History Walking Tours. You have up to 1 year to use both of these prizes. If you want to answer this week's question, do so by email Ben at solidgoldsock.com or trivia at solidgoldsock.com. And here is that question. This week in 1984, a portion of New York's Central Park was renamed for a Beatles song. What song was it?
The Beatles.
Tell me why you cried and why you lied to me. Tell me why you cried and why you lied to me. Well, I gave you everything I had, but you left me sitting on my own. Did you have to leave me oh so bad? All I do is have my head and moan. Tell me why you cried and why you lied to me. Tell me why you cried and why you lied to me. If it's something that I said or done, tell me what and I'll apologize. If you don't, I really can't go on holding back these tears in my eyes. Tell me why you cried and why you lied to me. Tell me why you cried and why you lied to me. Well, I beg it on my bended knees. If you'll only listen to my pleas, 'cause I really can't stand it. I'm so in love with you. Tell me why you cried and why you lied to me. Tell me why you cried and why you lied to me.
Beatles Tell Me Why on Solid Gold Sock Hop. Their first album, Please Please Me, released in England this week in 1963. She Loves You became their second straight #1 in the U.S. in 64. Penny Lane #1 this week in 67. John and Yoko Married, 69 this week. Anthology 2 released in 1996. And this time last year, over 200 pieces of Beatles memorabilia were auctioned, including the jackets they wore in the movie Help, and also on the soundtrack album cover.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your basement. There's a pair of overalls that overall you're not so into anymore. A perfectly good laptop that hasn't seen your lap in months. And even more stuff. But still no jobs? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed. And they're the stuff inside your stuff. Even inside that winter coat that moved with you to Phoenix. Our job is to unlock those jobs. And it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
My name is Dale Pazinski. I'm 19 years old, and this is how I live united. I've always been kind of a computer geek, and I found a way to use those skills to help the homeless in my community. For people facing hard times, computer skills and a basic resume are so important. It may seem like a small thing, but it makes a huge difference in people's lives. So with United Way, I created a program where I work with the homeless. Together, we go through their whole job history, write a resume, and then save it on their very own USB drive. We provide workbooks and training certificates. I even budgeted for cupcakes so we can celebrate as a class when one of our people gets a job. That's huge. When somebody says, "Hey man, that job that you helped me apply for, I got it." That's what living united feels like to me. My name is Dale Pazinski. I help people achieve financial independence. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Solid gold sock hop.
Running away to get away. Ha 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 ha. You're wearing out your shoes. Look at you fooling you. Making blues of night and day. Hee 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 hee. You're stretching out your dues. Look at you fooling you. Is quicker, but ha 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 ha. Time is here to stay.